Hi, welcome to 5 Minutes to Change Your Pain. I'm Melissa West and I'm going to show you some forearm stretches today. So you can do the forearm stretching sitting, standing, lying down, wherever it's comfortable for you. I'm going to show you how to stretch the inside of the forearm and across the front of the wrist, and also the back of the forearm and across the back of the wrist. So just remember that all these forearm muscles, they attach up here past the elbow joint and they come right down to your fingertips. So making sure that you're aware of what the elbow is doing and what the hand and fingers are doing is really important to get a really good stretch. So we're going to start by stretching this side, or the front of the forearm, and you can do it a couple ways. A really easy, fast way to do it is to find a flat surface, either on the floor or on a desk or on a counter, and put both of your palms and fingers onto that flat surface and lean forward first, because if you're right back you might find that too difficult at first. Make sure that your goal is to get the middle finger pointing straight back, and you might not be able to do that right away, so at first maybe you do it out to the side a little bit. The finger points maybe at a 45 degree. And then as you get into the position that's comfortable for you, you first are leaning forward. You keep the heel of the hand on the flat surface and you squeeze your fingers together, make sure they're all together, and then you just lean back a little bit and keep the heel of the hand down. And you lean back until you feel a stretch right down the front of the arm here and across the wrist. Now again, this should be an intense stretch so you really feel it, but not shooting, burning, or ripping or tearing. Okay, so no bad pain. And then you want to hold that position for about 30 seconds and breathe. So if you are on your knees, you might want to walk your knees back a little bit if you're leaning back, or else it'll get a little bit hard on the lower body to hold yourself up. And if you're on a higher surface, just make sure you're in a comfortable position to bend over onto that surface, not that you hurt your back while you're doing this stretch. So 30 seconds minimum, and then you can come out of it really, really slowly, and make sure you're not bouncing back and forth into the stretch. And again, just feeling a nice intense stretch. So you come out of that one, and that one's great because then you've got both arms done at once. Now if you're going to do it one arm at a time because you don't have a flat surface, then you hold the arm out in front of you. The elbow must be straight, and then you take the other hand and place it across your fingertips and your thumb. Pull those fingertips and thumb back as far as you can, and if you look at my wrist, it goes back quite far. Yours might not go back that far. I have sort of a little bit hypermobile joints, so don't really compare to mine. This is just demonstration only. And then you want to squeeze the back of the upper arm to keep that elbow really straight. So you're going to pull the fingers back as far as you can comfortably with a nice straight elbow, and then just sort of play around with that stretch. So think about if I twist the wrist towards my pinky finger, that direction, do I feel more of a stretch? Or if I go towards my thumb, do I feel more of a stretch? And then where you get that little bit extra stretch, that's where you hold it and breathe. Watch the shoulders in this position because they want to come up like this, so keep them down nice and low and open up that neck. Make sure you have a nice long neck and the shoulders are down. If you are in the position I'm in, you can actually rest your hands onto your thighs. And then you're going to come out after 30 seconds and obviously repeat on the other side. Okay? So now we're going to show you how to stretch this part of the forearm, and this is a little bit trickier. And it's really important to do both sides. You get tennis elbow or golfer's elbow on either side of these elbow joints, and a lot of it has to do with these muscles being really tight. So we want to make sure we always get a really good stretch in through the forearms, and our forearms work a lot because every time our fingers move, our forearms work. So we're going to do the opposite to what we just did. So we were pulling the hand back. We're going to keep that elbow still nice and straight, and then we're going to just make a loose fist, so you're not holding your fist, it's just loose. You're going to take your other hand that you're not stretching, and you're going to pull that hand towards you. And if you want, you can take the palm of the hand and keep the fingers down with the palm of the hand, and then pull that wrist towards you. The important thing here again is drop that arm down that you're stretching, and make sure the elbow stays nice and straight, so we're not bending it or else you won't get near the stretch. And then squeeze the back of the upper arm so that you keep the elbow straight, and just pull into that stretch as you can. and breathe through it. Nice deep breaths, release the shoulders as you do it. And again, count at least to 30 elephants, 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephants. So you know you've done at least 30 seconds. You can hold longer if you like. So same thing applies for this stretch on this side of the arm, is you can actually twist your wrist a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, and see where you feel that stretch. And you'll notice as you go towards the thumb side, you'll get a little bit better stretch. It may be a little bit painful across the back of the wrist at first, so work into it slowly and just go to where you can do it, where it's doable for you. And again, just breathe through it and hold. Come out of it very slowly. Give the wrist maybe a few little light circles each direction, never shaking the wrist really vigorously. And then we're going to the other side. So loose fist, pull the hand towards you, wrap your palm around the top of the fingers, pull that hand up, and make sure you're not making a muscle with the forearm here. You're actually using the other hand to pull it forward. Drop it down in front of you, and if you're laying on your back, just let the arm just rest on your abdomen. And then make a muscle with the back of the arm to keep the elbow straight. Breathe, relax, and hold a minimum of 30 seconds. So really all of us would benefit from doing this at least a couple times a day because we use our hands all day long. If you have an issue with your wrists, hands, elbows, shoulders, this is something that will help to progress you through rehab, as well as it will keep things maintained for you. So if you have had an injury and you don't want it to come back, this is a great way to make sure that it doesn't. Just one of the ways that you can make sure that it doesn't. So once you're done, you can roll your wrists a little bit both ways, and then repeat another couple times throughout the day, and give us a call if you have any questions. Thank you.